Hey everyone, a couple of you have been asking me to post some more Arlong gameplay, and I'm always happy to play Arlong. He is super fun. This is the deck list I'm currently using. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at it in a while. I've been playing a lot of Red Purple Kid, so absolutely check out those videos if you want to see another super aggressive deck in OP05. But I still think this list is good. I might tweak it in the future. But for now, let's just jump into some gameplay and see Arlong take some wins in OP05. All right, we are going second here against a red-purple Luffy. My goal is just going to be to get as many 6k swings as I can into this leader, and it should be a relatively easy match if I can do that. The nice thing about Arlong into this matchup specifically is that where some leaders will have to choose between putting down a body or swinging at life, Arlong can do both. And so I'm always able to put pressure on to Luffy, which not everyone can. All right, he starts at 7k, which is nice. I know that means he won't be going 5k on Nami. I have a bit too many. My hand's a little bit too big. I'm definitely susceptible to a 4-drop law, but not really anything I can do about that. I still have to go for my swing here. I'm kind of fine if he plays the 4-drop law. Like, he goes -1 and Dawn. He gives up the chance to play a more aggressive body that gives him more value. It's really not the end of the world. Of course I lose 2 cards, but it's kind of I'm willing to pay that price for the survivability that I get from him just not playing a 7k vanilla or something like that. And if he was going to play it, I think he just messed up because now I'm at 6 cards. Alright, he opts for the queen instead. So yeah, see, like, that's a much better play. If I have to give up 2 cards so he plays the 5k blocker instead of the 6k blocker that lets him draw a card, I'll happily do that. Like, this is such a good card relative to 4-drop law, like, in terms of his tempo and his future aggression. Okay, I think we'll just do 6ks and then play Ohm. While we can. He's got 8 cards in hand, which sucks for me, but is kind of the name of the game here. Gonna get those cards out one by one. If the Ohm draws Holy, we're in a really good spot. He shouldn't be able to poly me next turn, so it's good. Unlucky, but that's okay. Next turn we can swing again and play Cracker. We could even play Katakuri and bottom deck something. Like if he plays the 7-drop kid, I might not bottom deck bottom life. I might bottom life that. That's pretty worthwhile just to keep him at the 6k instead of a 7k every turn. Okay, he's got 5 Dawn, so probably not going to do that. I guess the question is, would he attack with Queen here? So let's see. Let's test it. Oh, he just stops with 5 Dawn. Interesting. Really interesting. I think I just go. Okay. 6k here. What could he have for 5 Dawn? He can't. There's no way he has all of those counter events. That's crazy. Okay, get a 2k out. 1 8k. He's got to use. All right, there we go. Radical Beam. At the very least, like, I would have put some Dawn on Nami and swung 5k at something. Like, I think there's no reason to keep 5 Dawn up. That's too much at the stage of the game. You gave up so much tempo for that. I must have misplayed or misclicked or something. So I'll probably still end up including this in the video just because it's always interesting to see what people play and how they play, but I don't know what the reason would be for holding up 5 Dawn in that situation and then losing Queen anyways. So I do think he probably misclick there or something like that. But oh, okay. I thought he was about to play the 9-drop Kaido and kill the Cracker and then charge into another Cracker, which would have been a huge loss for me. Okay, and then we got the Hawkins. Interesting. Let's do 6k. It would be nice if I was at 2 life so I didn't have to use that Dawn, because that's just another Dawn I could put on Arlong for a bigger double swing with this Django, but that's okay. I can still get AK in. Okay, if he takes this, I pretty much win next game because I'm going to play Kurobi. He cannot, there's no way he wins this turn. Like, even if he splits all of his attacks, I'll probably draw into enough counter to win. It's 2Ks on board, so I feel pretty good about this match. All right, he plays the new gate. Yeah, I mean, that's nothing. He's only got 3 cards in hand. Okay, that's fine. Yep. He's got 1 Dawn up, so what's the worst? So he can get to... so he's 8k now, he can get to 12k, 14k, 16k, and I can get exactly to 16k. So. This should be the game. Unless, yeah, I mean, even if he has Rocket Beam and the 0 cost event. Yeah, okay, he was just bluffing the counter. GG. Yeah, the mid game play was a little strange, but other than that, I think he played this pretty regularly, as you might in this situation. I think the benefit of Arlong being able to swing and play a body that can swing the next turn is really good. Obviously, he would like a rematch. Let's see if we can find some other leaders just to shake up, because I think I also have included this leader before in a video. So let's look for some other matchups and try to show the versatility of Arlong in OP05. Okay, versing Enel here. I'm not super sure how good this matchup is. It's definitely a tough one just because of how survivable Enel is, how much heal he has, and we are playing a very aggressive build. So not a lot of top end, really just trying to finish the game early, which is difficult to do against this leader. But we have Parasparrow in our opening hand, which is really good. Enables us to get something back if he kills it from a trigger or from Gadatsu, which he might have just pulled the trigger right now. Okay, he got Satori. So 2k on board, 2k out of hand. That's a pretty good outcome, even though he got a top life trigger. And then he plays the Ohm, and he got the Holy. So he's having a perfect turn, perfect opening turn here. Ohm at opening hand, gets the Holy on the draw, and he got a top life trigger. So he's feeling really good about how things are going. I will play Cracker. Alright. Let's see if we can get off putting. We can get a Sanji, which I think is probably necessary here. Alright. We made him take the double attack, which he probably was fine with, because yeah, he gets another trigger. But I think I'm going to use this to kill his Satori, hopefully just reduce the number of attacks coming my way next turn. He is thinking about it, so it seems like he does have the ability to counter out. And he goes for it. All right, so I think he's going to try to finish the game next turn, which I guess makes sense. He has like the swings for it. It's a little risky because he only has 6 Dawn, but this is a 6k, so he can make that a 7k for 1, and then do like a 5k, 7k, 7k, 7k. So like one of these could be at 6, so 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. That's pretty good. I mean, if I only have 5 cards in hand and 2 life, like that's definitely pretty solid. but he could just also clear board a bit. So, yep, into the cracker, that's fine. Let's do it this way. See if we can get one more attack in there. Yep. Take that one. I'll take another cracker. Oof. Seconds have a drop. Okay, so he is leaving 3 Dawn up. Could be a Brûlée, maybe some counter events. I'm thinking through potentially going for game next turn. I would need to get 3 attacks in, which is the problem. So maybe I take this life and see if there's a trigger there. I think that's why he's also debating here. He may be thinking about whether he wants to attack and give me that trigger, because there's a chance I would if he does. I have Kurobi, so if he does play the Brûlée, I'm not super concerned about it, as long as he doesn't have a beige or another blocker here or in his next life when he heals. But let's see. He's thinking through his options. Okay, and he goes for the 6k. Do I want to bank everything on a trigger? I think I lose the following turn anyway, so yep, and we get a trigger. That's amazing. It's good when things work out. Okay. So we're gonna start with the 7k Kurobi combo just so he can't block any of the attacks. It is a little risky because if this is a Thunderbolt or an Amaru or something like that, could be in trouble, but let's see. Okay, so he trashes a, that's good. Try 7k one more time. If he doesn't have the 2k, we should be okay. Okay, oh, it's nothing. Does he have 2Ks? Oh, GG. Well. So, I mean, if we think about that matchup, right, I could definitely say I got lucky. I got a trigger in the last life. I could also say he got lucky. He got a first life trigger, and then he got Ohm, and then Ohm chose Holy, which there's only 4 copies of this in the entire deck. So to get one either in your opening hand or to find one is still pretty lucky. So I think we both got a little lucky there. I just happened to pull through on this one. He played it well. I think he probably got greedy going for that last swing. There was really no reason to do it. He could have just played the Brûlée and held. He had already cleared my board. There was no way I was going to win with a Pudding and a Sanji. My probably best play would have been to play Linlin and try to kill a Satori if he hadn't given me the cracker to go for game with. So I guess like the lesson here being you got to try to play around the luck as much as you can, but a matchup against 2 yellow leaders is always a little frustrating because it's just 2 draws better triggers sometimes, which in this case I happen to. But anyways, that is how Arlong goes into Enel. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, Sakazuki versus Arlong. Let's see if we can take the win here. This is just like another staple of OP05. So doing well into Sakazuki is always a good sign for any deck that you are testing in this meta. So he did take first, which is unfortunate. We don't need second as Arlong, but just playing against Sakazuki, you kind of just want second anyways. I'm going to play the Sanji only because Sakazuki does a lot of bottom decking, and a lot of that bottom decking is based around the cost of the character. So playing the 3-drop into Sakazuki is pretty much guaranteing that it's going to get bottom decked before you have a chance to do anything. The 4-drop requires a little bit more. So that's mainly the reason I'm doing that. I will sacrifice the Big Mom to get another Sanji out there, and we're going to use them to be aggressive. We're not even going to use them as blockers. So he can't do much to remove this. He would need to play additional cards, so he ends up playing a Borsellino. Yeah. We got a 2k out there. And then we'll do this. And once again, just playing the 4 costs because while he doesn't have a Kuzan on the field, while he doesn't, while he doesn't have the Kuzan on the field, it's better to play those because Hound Blaze is 2 or less, so he would need to play something like Great Eruption or Suru or Hina to get these things low enough to actually do something else with them. I am willing to counter out super aggressively here just because if he decides to... Alright, looks like he's probably going to Lucci. Yep, so 2 Ice Ages, and then he Luccis to get to them, yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. He took 3 cards for him to do that. Obviously, I lost 2 of my Crackers, but... Or sorry, a Cracker and a Sanchi, but I mean, that feels like a worthwhile trade. Okay. So I think I can do 8k here. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll... Hopefully he blocks one of those and loses the Porcelino, and then we can try to finish the game with Django next turn. But let's see. Alright. Kurobi would be really, really good in one of my lives or to top deck. Alright. So if he focuses this turn on removal, he might only have time to play 1 blocker, which means we can probably do something pretty good with Django. So I think we're in a solid spot here, but let's see where this nets out. All right. And he does... I do have a 2k here, so let's do that. Okay, he plays the Rebecca. Rebecca is going to play a Hina. And he got a 2k from his hand, which is really good. Yeah, I don't have any more counter left, so now he can Hound Blaze the Paraspero pretty easily. He might be looking for it. He might not have the Hound Blaze. Maybe he plays a second blocker. Which, yeah, okay, he plays a second Rebecca. It's another Hina. Okay. I'm not really sure. I think this changes my strategy. I think I could do 5k and then 2 like 9ks, or I could do 7. Maybe I do 3 7ks. That's 2 cards, yeah, maybe. Or I could do 5k, 7k. I could do 6k, 7k, and then 7k and play a Paraspero. I think that might be better than save the Django for the subsequent turn. 6k. He's probably going to try to go for Gabe next turn, which not really much I can do about. Yeah, and then I'll be able to kill one of the Rebeccas here. If he stops to kill some of my board, maybe we'll be in a better spot. Definitely 2 Rebeccas as his blockers were pretty unfortunate because he's able to pull the Hinas out. If it was a Porcelino, he might want to keep that up, so it's like one less potential attacker. But having, a 5k, 6k, and a leader here is pretty tempting for going in for game. Instead, he does opt to go for the Paraspero, which actually whiffs on that search because of Elthor, and then a Holy, and a Ohm right off the bat. Oh, then Kaido. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kaido is obviously an amazing play here. If I can get a Kurobi, that would be great. That probably wins me the game. I'm like, I think I lose next turn, so I'm just gonna. Oh, perfect. That also works. I feel like I just do 5ks and then swing twice with Django. Hope that he blocks 1. So 5k, 5k, 10k, 10k. Yeah, let's start with a 5k. See if we can get a 1k or a 2k here. So 1k. Maybe I do 7 and then 8-8. 7 gets me down to... No, I think I want to at least get to 9, so I think 10-10 is probably better. Okay, that is a 2k. That was really good for us. Oh, he blocks. That's a good sign. Do we have it? Yeah, he would need 3 2ks to get out of it. We got it. He only had 1 2k and then events. That's the kind of thing about Sakazuki. He's a little bricky. He wants a rematch, but I think we'll stop it there. Bit of a diversity of leaders here, so hopefully this was interesting for you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think of the list and what you've been finding is successful in your Arlong lists.